the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. right now. Hope I don't crash all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die, let I know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die, let I know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die, let I know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Look where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash while I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember.
Yo, what's good, everybody? We're back with another Music Monday on this Monday. Man, y'all smash that like button. Sub up to the channel if you're new, and if you haven't done so already, of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones, and what I normally do is make content about sneakers, occasional try-on hauls, and y'all know we have Music Monday, which is today, where we take a break from the sneaker talk and pretty much just talk current things in hip-hop, sometimes on older things and stuff like that. Sign up for that sold out Discord. Link is pinned at the top of the comment section, and it is free to sign up. Or, of course, we continue the sneaker talk. We got a food section, a sports section, obviously a music section. If I do not get the content out in time, most likely we're already chopping it up in the sold out Discord, man. Shameless plug. But tonight's topic, man, let's get this party started. Don't forget to smash the like button. Y'all let me know if audio and visuals is looking good. And, yeah, we're talking Drake Iceman, right? Okay, let's just keep it 100. We're going to cover over some of the disses that he went over on the album. Now, I'm going to be 100. I did a listening party on Friday, right? I started it on YouTube, had to take it down. I'm chopping it up now for the ones that didn't get copywritten, but for the most part, I thought it was whitelisted so we could just listen to it live all together, but we still continued the party in the sold out Discord. So one of the main reasons why, if you do not catch the content out in time, we may be doing things over in the sold out Discord. And whenever I invite people up to speak or chat, we usually go through the sold out Discord too. I want to throw that out there. But long story short, I want to talk the current state of hip hop and just some of the biggest disses that Drake has took at an Iceman, right? Now, let's just keep it real. I think there was only 2 features and they were on the same song. Now, the other additional 2 albums that dropped with it, I'm going to take, I haven't listened, I'm not saying I'm not going to listen to them, but I have not listened to it yet. I just focused on Iceman because that was the one that everybody knew about. And the other 2 drops, which equals 3, they're all doing numbers. So First We Sell should be here probably by Thursday or Friday. Look like he's on the pace to break several records. So we'll see how that goes too. And I don't want to big up Drake this whole entire live because that's not my intentions. We're just going to talk about, cause me, right? I listened to the album. We listened to it together. And to be honest, the joint borderline, as much as I know numbers don't lie, but, and it's probably a self-funded album from what I got from a whole lot of alleged and opinionated base, but the Iceman joint, I gotta admit, maybe I was trying to listen to it all in one night and it just, I don't know, the joint wasn't keeping my attention, man. So I could have just been tired, but a lot of people said that too. You know, I've been hearing like mediocre reviews for the opposite of what we get from the numbers, man. Drake is still the GOAT. But I also saw in the sold out Discord too, where people were saying like, "Yo, maybe his time is come and gone, and maybe it's kind of like we're falling to how we did for like Lil Wayne." You know what I'm saying? They never realized when their time was really up, and then you just got to get in your feature back. We don't really want to hear any more albums. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, Drake could easily probably just do features with some of the most up. Which not saying he doesn't do that, but he could just probably just not even drop an album and just continue to do features forever. But at the same time, I think it's been very vocal that Drake wants out of his current deal. So I think he was meeting his obligations to his deal, right? So I know that him and the label that he's signing with, it hasn't been seeing eye to eye, and looks like he's just been trying to do things independently. So I can respect that. A lot of artists don't really get into that bag until they're later in their career because you're so happy to be put on. Some people still prefer the label pushings because I think this, right? Let's just keep it 100, and we can't apply this to Drake because obviously this is a self-funded album. But when artists who were once signed to a major start to go independent, they start to see the number difference, right? You don't have that machine behind you allegedly. You don't have the labels making sure you're in front of everywhere you need to be in front of while your album drops the first week for that attention. You know what I mean? So it's a little bit different. You know what I mean? But we're going to be talking about, obviously, Drake and the current state of hip-hop. We're going to talk Kodak Black first. He was arrested for the second time in a row within, within 2 weeks. So he's getting arrested back-to-back. Kodak, man, we got to stop going this route, man. I'm not saying it's him, but you got to stop putting yourself in these positions. You got to realize who you are. And whatever you like to do, you need to make sure you're off the street when you do it, respectively, right? So we're going to be talking Kodak. I don't know the whole story, so the whole thing is alleged. And then, of course, we got an update on Julio Foolio's murder. The jury trial has recommended these guys all get life because they were found guilty. So we're going to do a quick update on that, and then we'll spend probably the last 20, 30 minutes talking about the Drake Iceman and the current state of hip-hop, right? If we're cool with that one, I'll be sharing my screen here in just a second. Let me touch the chat, see what we got in the building. Appreciate everybody for coming through as always. Thomas Goring Jr. says, Jones, thanks for the info. Salute to you in the chat. Appreciate that, Thomas Goldring Jr. Appreciate that. We got Wildboy SK in the building. Says, yo. He says, Iceman, the best, but the other albums are cool. Yeah. See, I haven't listened to the other albums yet. So, I mean, I'm going to get around to it. I'm not forcing myself to it. And if he's on that, singing joint, I can't listen to it in the gym. I need to listen to it when I just wound down, a little bit, pieces of time like we used to. Take our time, you know what I mean? Because that's a lot of body of work. We still got to give him credit where credit is due. That was obviously a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? And the advertisement, he put it all up, all self-funded for himself. You know what I'm saying? Wild Boy says, little birdie, Janice, shut the F up. Make them know, and you gotta listen to a couple times he spitting. Okay, all right, yeah. So you one of those for you to catch everything. You're gonna have to listen to it more than once. I'm gonna keep 100, man. Now I'm talking about myself here. Sometimes there's been some songs that I listened to 100 times, and then I didn't catch on to what the wordplay was or what they was trying to say until I was a full-grown, overly adult. I'm like, man, when I was a kid, I was just singing. I didn't know what I was saying. I'm like, but they're talking about this, as I've learned more over the years, right? We got Slayer in the building. Says, yo, sneaker familia 100. That's family in Spanish. What up, Slayers? What up? Wild Boy says, that joint with Sexy Red go too. Okay, yeah. I gotta run it back probably for the one time, man. I listened to it, but I ain't listened to it. So like I said, I ain't listened to the other two, the additional joints. I need to put those in rotation somehow, way, shape, or form, man. I'm gonna do it though. Let's see. Man with the Kicks in the building says, Europe. What up, Mannies? What's Gucci, man? Yeah. So like I said, we're gonna start with the Kodak arrest. Then we'll go to Julio Foolio, and then we'll talk Drake, current state of hip hop. Plan to be on a joint for only an hour, and these things can go by very, very quickly. So let me share my screen here. Give me 2 seconds. Hopefully audio and visuals and everything is looking good. Looking good on my end. Let me check the stream quality. Should be up here. Notifications good. Boom. Just got to double check some things real quick because I noticed my stream had been stripped, but I think I figured out what it was. But let me share my screen here, and we'll get the party started. We're going to start with Mr. Black, a.k.a. Kodak Black. So I think he's already out on bun. So sharing my screen here. Boom. You guys should be seeing my screen. It says Kodak Black arrested for the second time in 2 weeks. Police apprehended the rapper in Palmino Beach, which I'm assuming that's a form of Florida, right? Okay, don't quote me on that, because while I've been to Florida a couple times, I ain't never really sat down and just enjoyed the joint, right? But it says, where we at? This was posted May 15th, so just last week, literally. It says Kodak Black has been arrested again. NBC Miami reports that Broward Sheriff Office deputies, apprehended the rapper in Palomino Beach. Broward County jail records obtained by the outlet show that he was booked for fleeing and attempting to elude the law enforcement and re-existing the officers without the violence. So, so he didn't like restraint, but he just was trying to leave because he really wasn't trying to deal with the joint. Kodak's last release comes days after he was apprehended in Florida for a drug trafficking charge, which I don't think I covered that last week, so we're going to make sure we go back and double back on that real quick for Mr. Kodak, you know what I'm saying? It says, on May 6th, the 28-year-old rapper was booked into Orange County Corrections Department and hit with a first-degree felony charge for allegedly trafficking methamphetamine, arrest records show. Again, this is all alleged. We don't know, you know what I'm saying? This is what they're saying they think he was trying to do. Now, some people, and I'm not saying this is Yak, but just in general, some people, I mean, sometimes it may be for themselves. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? You know what I'm saying? And it depends on what they classify this as, right? And that's what the attorneys usually turn out to do. Now, one thing about Yak, he does have a good attorney, and I'm pretty sure he spent a lot of bread with him. But it says, Yak later pled not guilty to the felony charge. During the arrest, police discovered an MDMA and $3,700 in his vehicle. So he had $37,000 cash in his vehicle. Now, I will say this, and I'm not saying this is Yak, but I have heard some rappers, right, whether it been whatever their occupation prior to what they were doing making music, some of them said that for their first couple years in music, like they didn't even stop working. They were still working. The label pretty much had to told them to stop working. We seen that, right? No matter what it was, you know what I'm saying? Hey man, you doing something else different now, you gotta do this, right? So we've seen that where, I'm not saying this is his form of work, but I'm saying over the years, some artists, and we've seen it where some artists make it, blow up, then get back down to reality, and then they get locked up for going back to what they used to do. You know what I'm saying? We've seen that happen as well. You know what I mean? Where we at real quick, he pled not guilty, but he had $37,000 as a rapper. That could have been show money. Some of them, I'm not saying they get into the big bag like they used to, but I mean, they still getting some bread. You know what I'm saying? It says, when reached for comment, Kodak's attorney, Broward Cohen, said that the charges against his client have a weak legal bias and should have never been filed. His arrest comes less than a month after the mother of one of his children, and I think we covered this, Jamia Bromfield, hopefully I'm saying her name correctly, if not, my bad, was arrested on charges including trafficking methamphetamine, resisting an officer's offer without violence, and driving with a suspended license. Authorities said the arrest followed the pursuit of the black Tesla that had fled from detectives earlier in April. Kodak Black has a history of legal issues, including being arrested of cocaine possession in December of 2023. He was also arrested 2 times in 2022, once for trespassing and once for drug possession. His 2020 conviction for firearms possession was commuted by President Donald Trump in 2021. So at one point he had, he was moving like that, but he has had a pardon. This is my thing too. Usually, right? And I hate to throw Yak like this. When somebody usually receives a pardon from the president, they usually keep a low profile. Even Wayne keeps a low profile after getting a pardon, my guy. Yo, Yak get a pardon, right? And he still continues to get locked up left and right. I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, dog, come on. And then this was the original story right here where he had the police in custody over drug allegations, but his lawyer says the charges won't hold. The 28-year-old rapper was booked in Orange County Corrections Department allegedly trafficking MDMA, which we kind of just discovered that. Kodak Black has been arrested in Florida for drug charging. 28-year-old rapper was booked into Orange County Corrections Department on Wednesday, May 6th, and hit with first-degree felony charges with so we kind of covered that from the last one. Yo, Mr. Yak, we got to move better than that. You know what I'm saying? Let me touch the chat real quick. I see you, Manny. He says, I agree. Wild Boy and other albums are for the shorties in the club plus TikTok. So, I mean, the numbers are doing good on the album. I mean, we got to give it credit where credit is due, right? We're going to get there in a second, probably like in the next 10 or 15 minutes. Says this was coordinated to surrender on a case from November 2025, where after the police searched a vehicle that had a passenger in it that not Mr. Capri, they found a bag containing several items, including a bottle of prescription cough syrup. It says Cohen, the bottle was fingerprinted and allegedly had Mr. Capri's fingerprint on it. This is a case that legally is sufficient charges possession of an item, then instead of the simple possession, then doubled down and filed it as a trafficking charge. He says, I'll be fighting the charge. This is ongoing theme where cases that had normally not been filed due to weak legal basis are filed against Mr. Capri. We look forward to yet another fruitful resolution to another case that should be never been filed. So his lawyer doing what he got to do, and Yak got a good attorney, right? He says the arrest comes less than a month after the mother. We read that part already, so we covered that. It says his legal history is kind of same thing, and they already said that one. So that's the update on Yak. Wanted to start there first. Let's go and transition on to Mr. Julio Foolio's murders, right? Okay, allegedly, I'm still going to say that. But it says Julio Foolio murder jury recommends life in prison for all 4 killers. Meaning, I think like last week or week before last, because I did the live last week. So just 2 weeks ago, these guys were found guilty of murder. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the chick that was involved, she got manslaughter. You know what I'm saying? Unintentional death, because she knows she ain't really been, and they're trying to fight that joint. But this is my thing, because this is the guy that was beefing with Young and Mace, right? And to be honest, man, I hope these guys look back and realize it really wasn't worth it. None of this. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying Young and Mace has anything to do with it because I don't know. But it just ironically, if you see interviews about the guys, neither one of them say anything bad about each other, and they say they want the best for them. You know what I'm saying? They just say positive things and keep it simple. I don't know how deep the beef game goes with these guys, but I mean, to be honest, he's not in handcuffs, and these 4 people are. You got to prove that he tried to orchestrate the joint. I don't know. Most likely, if I had to guess, they still make the songs and all that, but still a stretch for me. You know what I'm saying? It says the jury reacted to the death penalty, but the final decision is still up to the judge. So it says the jury rejected the death penalty, but the final decision is still up to the judge. True. So the jury made a recommendation, but the judge still gets to recommend, like, if he's going to roll it, we're going to give him life in prison. He tells how many years this at a third, because these guys have been found guilty, right? So my thing is this. I seen some of the, like, wherever their families and stuff got up to spoke, one of the guys bust out into tears, and I'm like, dog, you realizing slowly you ain't have to be in that situation. It's not that serious, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of these cats really try to live that persona. But whenever you get caught up, and let me clarify this too, man. Doing crime in 2026, 2025, 2024, 2023, anything in the near like 2020s joint, let's just keep it real, dog. Technology is on another level. If you take your tracking device with you, you're going to have some explaining to do. Now, let's clarify your tracking device, right? Your phone, your devices that you wear all the time that you don't even think about. You know what I'm saying? If you got your phone on you, they're going to seize the records. Now, we seen it where some cats be like, well, I'll just bust the phone open. I'm like, dog, it ain't. And trust me, if you're going through any form of carrier, they will seize the records. And they will give it to them. No, I'm telling you, they don't look out for you. Not in that aspect when it comes to the law. I've been there before, too, where some people ask for some stuff on me. The motherfucker, we're going to go ahead and comply with it, joint. Y'all ain't say nothing. And I was like, I got an attorney. And then they kind of seized off. They didn't reply or anything. You know what I mean? But it says a Florida jury today recommended life in prison without parole for every man convicted in the murder of the Jacksonville rapper Julio Foolio, rejecting the death penalty after hours of the defense arguments. So, yeah, they're saying life without parole, which basically means, yo, you ain't never getting out. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't even admit this, but I know of some people, you know, that been in that same position where they got life without no parole. I'm gonna say this: after you do a certain amount of time, still good behavior, and you get older, and if they start to crowd up a little bit, you can go back and appeal some of your stuff and get a lighter sentence. And if you already been doing that, and you know they may let you get a second chance, but you're gonna do some time first. You know what I'm saying? My thing is why, man. I really hope they didn't do this just off the order of somebody else. I really hope that, you know, whatever they said made them decide to do this, it was all on them, you know? Manny with the kick says, facts, Polo, and it's a waste of time and money. Facts. Facts, dog. It's definitely a waste of time and money, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you ain't got a beater. You know what I'm saying? Um, it says Rashad Murphy, Devon Murphy, Sean Garthright, and Isaiah Chance, all found guilty of first-degree murder, received the panel's unanimous recommendation on Friday, according to the WFLA. The same jury that convicted the handed down to the penalty phase decision. State Attorney Susie Lopez addressed the verdict directly after the recommendation came in. It says, if we commit violent crimes in Hillsborough County, we're going to hold you accountable, Lopez said. Those 4 men will spend the rest of their lives in Florida State Prison for the decisions they made early that morning during the summer of 2024. So you mean to tell me, and this is just what they're saying, like, y'all just saw, all right, Lou, we're going to handle business right now. But it says, defense attorneys had spent hours on Friday pleading with the jurors to spare their clients' lives. Justin Perez, who represented Isaiah Chance during the penalty phase, argued that the ultimate punishment was reserved for a narrow category of offenders. So he's trying his best. Says the death penalty exists for the worst of the worst. He told the jury, we submit that Isaiah Chance is not that. As I said, he will pay for his crime every day for the rest of his life. We're asking you to let him have that life. So they didn't want him to, because in Florida there's a death penalty. You know what I'm saying? If you get found guilty on murder, and let me clarify this too, when you get sentenced to the death penalty, they don't just do it like the next day, I don't think. You know what I'm saying? You probably going to sit and rot for a very long time because you still have rights and legals to appeal this and the third. And that could take years, and you have a certain amount of years. The legal system, one thing about it, is not quick, right? I'm going to say that. So, not saying that these what these guys will do, but that's what I mean. You know what I'm saying? They still going to be sitting there for a long time before they just go. You know what I'm saying? Because if the thing is, what if they come back and then they say, well, these guys could have got off on a technicality, and then you got to let them out, and then it's on the third. You know what I'm saying? You just never know. But it says the jury recommendations and not the final word. Lopez noted that the defense motions will follow before the judge, Michelle Cisco, issues the official sentence. Says this is just a recommendation from the jury to the judge. Lopez said there will be motions filed from the defense, and then the judge will hand out her sentence. Both Lopez and the judge, Cisco, thanked the jurors for their weeks of work after the verdict was read. Foolio, born Charles Jones, was shot and killed in Tampa on June 23, 2024. While celebrating his birthday, former sentencing for all the men is sentenced for June 22nd at 1:30 p.m. So on June 22nd, these guys will know their fate. We went down the history of this time and time again. And if you think about it, we've seen this time and time again. Florida, I will always say this, man. It's one of those, like, it's a unique area, and those boys really be moving down there. You know what I mean? And to be honest, I would just hope if they look back, is it worth it? One of them I know for a fact got kids. Now you're not gonna be able to see your children for a long time. Is it really worth it? You know what I'm saying? That's just my whole thing, man. But you know, these guys made a decision that they decided they wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? And from what it seems like, it was supposed to be on the other way around too. Hey, you know, what the saying is, you live by it, you know what by it, man. Respectively. But RIP to Julio Foolio, if I didn't say that enough, man, and anybody else who lost their lives to certain situations, they ain't even have to lose it too, man. But let's go and transition on to this Drake Iceman joint real quick, and then we'll talk pretty much the current state of hip-hop. Sharing my screen here still, smooth transition, but the biggest disses, subliminals, and more by Drake. Now, I've been hearing mixed reviews about the album. Like I told you guys, I had fell asleep on the joint personally. I was like, yo, I'm hurting. But I stayed up, I pushed through it. But at one point, I was going to attempt to listen to all 3 albums the whole way. But once I saw, I'm like, nah, bro, I ain't got it in me. It's already late. You know what I'm saying? I know how I get, man, especially because, you know, the kid be up early as I don't know what. So I was like, nope. Yeah, let me listen to this one album and call it a day. But see what these disses are. I seen some people already responded. So it says, and this was posted May 15th. It says Drake touches on the matters of Kendrick, Cole, Rose, which I'm assuming that is Rick Ross, and more on one of his 3 new albums, right? Okay. But it says Drake, Iceman, one of the year's most anticipated releases, is here. Which I will give him that. It is one of the most anticipated albums of the year. You got to give him credit. Like, everybody showed up. He had, like, froze Apple and Spotify for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Apple Music. Or it says, the days leading up to the drop, a three-way affair, also including new projects, Habity and Maid of Honor. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. That H1 anyway, says, led many, including the very politician you're reading right now, to wonder whether they might be made targets of out straight disses or sublimity surrounded subliminals, right? Okay. So he probably did a mixture of both. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these cats now, when they make disses, compared to back in the day, which Drake did go a little bit more direct than normal, but usually, right, whenever people do like disses and stuff like that in today's music, it's usually like a subliminal where it's like you just got to put two and two together, so it could always be unique, right? And you got to make you think a little bit. I see you, man, with the kick says, run it up, bing bong. Run it up, chat, bing bong. Appreciate that, Manny's. Appreciate that. But it says, the prominent voices in the podcast space actively debated such possibilities before Iceman Eve, right? Jamil Mal Clay, for example, posted that some of y'all are out here should be nervous, while Joe Budden expressed confidence that he wouldn't be dissed on the Long T's new album, which I don't think he was. Says, admittedly, a complex diss also felt like a very real possibility given the volume of the post-beef news coverage we've amazed through my previous full-hearted of the Summer Game sequel arguably appears to have helped squeal all the new resetment, right? So Drake them already, a lot of people already thought this with this Kendrick beef that went on, well, it was like 2 years ago at this point, right? Drake, I feel like, still isn't over it. You know what I'm saying? And now a lot of people saying like, yo, just take the L and keep moving on. But I get it. When you're at the level that Drake is at, it's just easier said than done, you know what I'm saying? And to be honest, they kind of ganged up against them to begin with, you know what I'm saying? You surprise attacks and everybody just didn't want to see him win no more, you know, for whatever reason that may be, right? It says, below, we take a closer look at some of the biggest disses and subs and general grievances that wound up on the final Iceman track list. So this kind of winded up on this joint right here, obviously, right? So some of the disses I probably didn't even catch, to be honest. Obviously, top of the list right here, Mr. Kendrick Lamar, right? So we already got him at the top of the list. So this was an obvious one, it says, right? And I agree. This one wasn't surprised to see that this wasn't coming, right? It says, you don't need us to run back any of the transpired between Kendrick and Drake, nor is there any real benefit in further emphasizing just how long the narratives spurred by their beef have persisted on social media. This is the thing too. When they was beefing, I will say this had to be the fastest responses in hip hop. Back in the day, you could go months without responding to somebody, and that's fine because it took longer to get songs out then for whatever reason, right? Then you fast forward, out of nowhere when we get to current hip hop, it was like an unwritten rule of 72 hours, right? You got somebody diss you got 3 days. Like, case in point, somebody hit you on a Friday, you better be working all weekend to make sure you get your shit out like by Monday or Tuesday at the latest. Because after Tuesday, if it rolls to Wednesday, people are going to suspect, hey, man, I ain't got it in them. I'm going to take the L. You lost because you're not moving fast enough, right? It says, one could argue how that shred move here would be to ignore the proverbial elephant in the room entirely and instead change the conversation by delivering a tight and focused album that have even naysayers are forced to admit it's great. There was a very real possibility here, but Drake ultimately split the difference more or less by giving fans 3 separate projects that the bulk of the rap-focused material housed on Iceman. So yeah, like I said, that's what I just focus on, the Iceman joint. He says, Kendrick gets several apparent allusions on the albums, including the Janice, Shut the F Up, a standout from the project. So again, probably need to run that one back. I know Wild Boy SK, you have recommended that joint, so I'm going to run that one back for real. But I guess this is the lyric here. It says, white kids listen to you because they feel some guilt and that's how your soul gets fulfilled, handing out turkeys on camera instead of your hood. Then go back to the hills. Drake raps on the track. How many houses you build? How many souls did you heal off the back of your deal? Wow. So how do we know that's about Kendrick, right? I mean, to be honest, I get it, but that's one of those. It's subliminals. That's the subliminal diss, right? Next up, we got ASAP, Mr. ASAP Rocky. It says, "Don't be dumb." Which Rocky final let loose into the world earlier this year finds the former Drake collaborator seemingly digging at the sixth god on Stroke Your Flow, right? Man of the Kick says, bars. This is a thing, right? Say what y'all want to say about Drake. The boy, do we put him in a lyrical category or do we put him in a wordplay? I feel like he got just enough to be in between. I wouldn't say he's super lyrical, but I wouldn't say he's all about just pretty much doing, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I wouldn't say he's about doing like lyricals. Manny says, where's she at? I know what you're talking about, Betty. But it says, where we at real quick, it says, as many predicted, including Charlamagne the God, Rocky has now found himself the apparent subject of some choice Iceman lines, including on Burning Bridges. It says, your baby mama ain't ever post your single in firm friends, KYS and ASAP. That's some shit you don't do for me. Wow, that's some shit you could do for me. So he's obviously saying like, hey, ain't nobody really paying you no homage. You know what I'm saying? But you drop an album, and I mean, obviously their numbers is apples and oranges. Now I remember when ASAP had first came out back in the day, people was really rocking him. He was a unique style, and then like out of nowhere, I mean, he hit the fashion type of thing, and then, you know, he pulled Rihanna, and that's all she wrote, which I can't blame him. You know what I'm saying? Riri, that's, you know what I'm saying, I gotta give it to him. Next up, Joe Budden. It says in a recent episode of his podcast, Budden asked his fellow hosts to give their take on the likelihood of him being dissed on Iceman, drawing a range of reactions, which ain't nobody checking for you, Joe. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate what you do for the obviously podcast community, but I mean, dog, you won't even rap no more like that. You know what I'm saying? You said this was easier. It says, while Joe Budden ultimately expressed confidence in his stance that he was unlikely to be mentioned on the final track list, he did claim that somebody that I can't say publicly informed him of a scrap track in which he was referenced. Wow. Again, he said he don't know. Drake ain't gonna come out and say anything. Keep in mind, Drake don't do interviews unless they're funded and supported by him. You know what I'm saying? He don't go to these labels, so they're not gonna never see him. You know what I'm saying? Wayne don't even really do interviews like that anymore either. You know what I'm saying? But we'll keep going. It says, where it appears the same track, or at least a version of it, did make it onto Iceman after all. It says, make them remember. That's the name of the song, right? Previous discussion of which was carried out under the different name is presumably the same track Budden mentioned on the podcast. It features an apparent nod to the Lula's case Budden ultimately beat, right? Okay, so again, Drake wasn't playing. He coming at everybody, because to be honest, everybody came at him, man. And I feel like he has a right to speak for himself. You know what I'm saying? Manu Keck says, dead ass Polo and Joe Wash. Joe had some hits back in the day, dog. Respectively, he had some hits, you know what I'm saying? But ultimately he had already reached where he was gonna reach, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? He was better, you know. I liked him when he was with Slaughterhouse and them, right? Remember that? Whenever he was under that joint. But overall, I mean, he had some bangers. I'll give him that. But you know, he don't really drop music no more. So I ain't gonna say he watched, but you know, he ain't, you know what I'm saying? He ain't about that life no more. But that gives him the right to talk about the culture, because he has some numbers too. So I'm gonna give him respect. But next up, we got DJ Khaled, my boy Dunks. Y'all know how he feels about him. But it says, Charlamagne the God predictions were on point, as DJ Khaled and Rocky did wind up among the larger lyrical infrastructure of Iceman. He says, that's what I told Charlamagne teased on the pre-Iceman episode of The Breakfast Club, adding that he had no idea whether himself would also get hit with a diss. But I don't think nobody checking for you. And then we'll play this Breakfast Club, like just a little spot of this real quick. We'll do a little fair use on that one. Menor Kick says, nowadays, my guy, damn chatty patty. True. I mean, yeah. I mean, that's what he do. He's a podcaster. You know what I'm saying? Drake has been spotted filming a new music video ahead of the Iceman release. Solomon and Gunn dropped some OVO nuggets about alleged features who catching strays and more. Tap in. So let me see if I can just play this right up off the Twitter X right here. Fair use. Want to see if I can play this joint real quick because it's all about Drake for the rest of the night.
Them Screamers gonna be busy this week though. I heard they all flying down.
Oh, because Iceman.
Yeah, they flying. Drake is flying a lot of the Screamers out to be with him for his release.
He's supposed to be flying. He was supposed to be doing the DJs and the streamers out.
Yeah, fair use, by the way, for this right here. Fair use.
Out there.
I was told that Screamer's gonna be pre-taped though. It's gonna be at the CN Tower, but it's gonna be pre-taped.
Well, he was at the CN Tower over the weekend. There was video that people believe was him in the tower shooting something.
Yeah, it's gonna be that live stream. It's just pre-taped.
Look at you. Are you congratulating Drake for being on top of things?
Look at you.
For somebody who say they're not a Drake fan, he knows so much information about it. If you don't care, you don't care. But that's his job too, so I respect it. You know what I'm saying? He has to know, you know?
Iceman now. Look at you.
I'm not Iceman. I'm just telling you things that just like I told y'all Future was gonna be on the album a few weeks ago.
No, Iceman,
I heard that Drake got the Iceman fans on edge. It's actually
Hey, Khaled, you need to be on edge too. You and A$AP Rocky, y'all get.
So Charlamagne speaking and talking like he's already heard the album. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he got a leaked version.
Getting direct shots on the project. I just want y'all to know that.
Khaled?
Yes.
Yep.
He tries to say so positive and at work and working out.
Well, Khaled, you might have wanted to keep some of that weight on, man, because you know. That's what I was told. He's getting direct shots on the album.
Do you got any shots coming your way?
I have no idea.
So Charlamagne obviously already had an inside tip on it. Pause, right? Let's see. Menor Kick says he loved Drake on Down Low. B. I mean, and you know what, Manny, I agree, and I'm gonna say this, and you know who I'm talking about. I bet you there's someone in the Discord that on the Down Low too loves Drake just as much as the rest of us like respect and like his music. For them to go so hard every time, we don't even be saying nothing, and they go super hard on it. Like, pause, right? But they go in on Drake. And it's like, dog, all right, you got it. And they keep going. But it's like, then they backtrack. I saw the message. They were like, yo, but I still like some of the classic joints. Exactly, bro. That's all we was trying to say. You basically agreeing with us, you know? Let's see.
We'll see.
All right.
That's the latest.
Yeah, Khaled and Rocky do. And Karol G's on the album as well. Y'all know Karol G?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Anybody else?
Is that a big deal that she's on the
You a
album?
Drake fan, man. Look at you.
Thank you, bruh. DJ Aller. I said DJ Khaled, but no, that's DJ Envy. Yo, he right. You are a Drake fan, dog. You know more than hell the average fan knew.
You a low Drake fan.
No, I'm not actually. I'm probably saying a lot of things you don't want out yet. But Karol G, what is Karol G? Is Karol G?
She's yeah.
She's Spanish?
Latino.
Oh, she's on the project too.
Well, I know people who've heard some things from the album, and they say that it has like the vibes of like the Spanish, and then he goes into.
We'll see, because I ain't getting no Spanish vibe on that joint. I ain't getting no Spanish vibe on Manny with the skull on that joint. I ain't getting no Spanish vibe on that. That's just me, though.
Like the reggae and the Caribbean
no
music
idea.
for the summer.
Colombian. She's Colombian, yes.
I have no idea.
But Future's still there. He didn't take that verse off because you ruined his rollout.
I have no idea.
Okay.
Let me find out you got an OVO tattoo on your ass. Who you giving your donkey to, sir?
They probably don't want none of this out. He didn't want people in the studio either after I said the thing about Future, so.
Then why you keep doing it, man?
I don't know.
You know.
No idea why
I love your outline, baby. It's working overtime.
I have no idea why I keep doing this.
Wow. Anyway, yeah, he did know a bit much here. It says, on Make 'Em Pay, Khaled is called out by name. So he went at Khaled. He says, the beef was fully live. You went how and got on your dean, and your people are still waiting for a free Palestine. Wow. So that was direct. That was an easy give me a Khaled right there. Manny says, they talking about the other albums, Polo. Oh, so they were on the other joints. It says hella pause. I said pause every time. But yeah, so they were saying those are guys on. Okay, because I ain't listened to the other two. That's my thing. That's my fault. I hadn't listened to the other two yet. Rick Ross, another person who got a shot, says Rose had the audience sing Drake's part on the acid music at his French Montana's recent Versus event, later saying that he doesn't want to see Drake lose. That said, Ross very actively trolled Drizzy at the height of the Kendrick beef, including via his Champagne Moments diss. Make them pay sees Drake taking credit for adding or aiming Rose's streaming numbers. Okay, cool. So he's saying he helped get your numbers up. He says, dog, I was Aiden Ross with the streams before Aiden Ross had ever streamed Drake raps in the line right before the aforementioned Khaled diss. So pretty much, because one thing about that is Khaled and Rick Ross are known to be super cool, apparently, right? Next up on the list, ironically, one of your favorites, another person in Discord, Mr. LeBron James. But yeah, it says, we've been down this road before. This is, I think, Drake right here. He says, but it turns out Drake had more to say about LeBron, who, alongside the rest of the Lakers, is fresh off being knocked out of the playoffs. They had to take that shot right there, even though they did get knocked out of the playoffs. Let's see. Mary Kick says, nah, Polo, and DJ Envy was hella zesty. Wow. I mean, they always are. That's just how they are up there, man. It says LeBron referenced a couple times on Make Them Remember with Drizzy at the one point, arguing that people to stop asking him what's going on 23andMe, adding that he's a real N-word while the NBA legend is not. So Drake saying he a real one. He took shots at Jay-Z. Let's see, LeBron James. Man, you know what I'm talking about. I can't resist, dog. I'm not even a fan of LeBron like that. I respect the game, but you know what I'm saying? I ain't the diehard LeBron joint. But next up, Jay-Z on the list, everybody. It says, Hove is the clear inspiration for the few bars on Iceman, including the Whisper My Name, which finds the sixth god chiming in on the evergreen dinner or 500,000 meme, right? Okay, so you know what that is right here. The saying is like, with Jay-Z, this is where you get the diss from right here. This is something that I've been getting tired of, like, hearing this too. People say, what you gonna do? Would you take 500K cash, right? 500K or dinner with Jay-Z? And you know what I mean? People will say, like, Jay-Z. I'm like, bruh, you motherfuckers come in and say a whole bunch of nothing and you don't pick up nothing, and you right back after the dinner, after the nice, hopefully he take you somewhere nice, you back grinding it out. Now I know that's what I want to do, but I'm like, but you can take 500K, never meet him, and still do your own research, have the money up to do your research and invest and go to, I mean, I don't know. It just makes sense to buy the 500K. If I'm not mistaken, even Mr. Jay-Z said take the 500K, bruh. Says, I take 500K, not dinner. I never could learn ish from none of y'all. He raps, so that is kind of like a little indirect shot. Let's see, Mustard, which is DJ Mustard, right? The Not Like Us producer like Khaled gets a direct mention on Iceman. He says, Mustard heard about us, gotta catch up to the slaps. You ain't had one since me and YG rapped. Damn, that's bars. That's bars. It says, must you heard of us, gotta catch up to the slaps. You ain't had since me and since me and YG rap. So you know him and Drake had that joint. What was that song they had dropped? That joint was like crazy though. Like, yeah, I call my boys 9911. You know what I'm saying? Who do you love? That joint. Yeah, they had that. Who do you love? That was a joint. I was listening to it like crazy. It says Drake raps on hard for the radio, marketing a reference of who do you love? Man, I struggled to remember that, and it was coming up in the sentence anyway. Wow. Drizzy featured and Mustard produced the YG track released back in 2014. Wow. So that's crazy, man. So, again, Drake got a play on words on this one. J. Cole. How did I know he was getting a shot at this too? I mean, to be honest, J. Cole, man, the way you was talking that slack and then you bowed out and didn't want no smoke within like 24 hours, dog. I mean, let's just keep it 100. Stuff ain't really hit the same, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Says, on the more nuisance front, We had some verbal and heartbreaking cold directed bars from Drake on Make Them Pay. He says, while Cole isn't mentioned by name, it's clear that Drake is rapping about his first-person shooter collaborator, much debut decision to bow out of the Kendrick beef. Still, these feelings are complicated. He says, I love you because of the history, but if we being real, I can never forgive you, Drake raps, later emphasizing his point by sending him a middle finger to the idea of the big three in rap. So again, he let him know, like, yo, I felt some type of way for you bowing out on that joint on me. You know what I'm saying? I get it. So, you know, at the end of the day, man, he has a right to feel some type of way. He has a right to address his concerns about the music and the industry like that. Now, some people are chiming in, like you seen, like Soulja Boy, he says that triple album drop, he was the one who did it first. Bro, Soulja, stop trying to be a part of the whole damn program. No disrespect, you're still doing your thing. But, yeah, at the same time, he dropped 3 mixtapes. You may have did it first, but it's like, dog, you, no disrespect, you're one of the GOATs in the game and you're legendary, but, you know, I mean, I'm just saying, ain't nobody really think about that. I get it. He's making sure his stuff is unforgettable, but it's like, yo, you know what I'm saying? We ain't trying to hear that. So Drake joint, that was like a total of 43 songs across Iceman and the Maid of Honor and the Habedi joint. You know what I'm saying? Wow. So Drake put in like a crazy amount of work, and of course, it's always going to be, that's how you know who he is, because now you got people talking and speculating about the joint. You know what I'm saying? And we look at Night One Third of the World, right? He weighs in on the state of hip hop and says that he doesn't care about a Drake versus Kendrick, right? Says the legendary producer broke down how streaming, aging artists, and multiple generation artists have reshaped hip hop while weighing in on the Drake continued dominance. So my thing is, a lot of people have been saying like Drake, you know, his time has come, it's up. You know, it says 48 points in overtime. Yeah, this is my thing, right? If you think about this though, right? Drake still got everybody talking about him, so he's doing what he's supposed to do. Hip hop numbers overall have been down for at least the last year, if not longer. You know what I'm saying? The last one we really had a major hit was Mr. Pooh Shiesty, and you see where he at, right? I was just listening to some of this joint today. You know what I'm saying? Ninth Wonder of the World said, I've seen a lot of things about Drake having younger fans at his age, but let's break this down further. He says, this ain't age of hip-hop conversation more than anything, right? This is what he's saying. He's like, I remember being in high school and in college, and at the time, hip-hop recorded music-wise was around not even 15 years yet. So, I mean, he's going back, and it's always the OGs that's got to speak up, and I'm not mad at this. It says, most of the rappers that were releasing music were probably only max 10 years older than their consumers, and that's pushing it. So, he says, as for me and my friends, the artists we listened to in hip-hop were 3 and 4 years max older than us. For some of my big homies in high school, seniors were freshmen rappers and were the same age as them. It says, it's wild because I was listening to Black Moon on not knowing that at the time Buckshot Shorty was only 2 months older than me. Biggie and Tupac was only 4 years older than me, and I think I'm older than Kweli, which is Talib Kweli, which is another great artist that don't get mentioned enough, right? It says, fast forward to 2026, as hip-hop is now damn near in its 50th year of recorded songs, that won't happen like that anymore. And it's because of the accessibility. The music can now fall into anyone's hands by streaming. So he's blaming streaming, right? This is not even really a shot at Drake. He's blaming it on streaming. Manny says, since this guy took a break, true. You're talking about Drake there. Let's see. It says, and being the fact that Drake has been at the top of the mainstream for the last 15 years, there's no gate to where his music can reach, as opposed to a Tribe Called Quest music was not really that accessible to my mom. You know what I'm saying? Wow, I get what he's saying. So now you're going to have 40-year-old rappers with 18-year-old fans. So that's what he's saying, it, blaming streaming. It could all come off of that, right? Which it could be some truth to this. He says, at any rate, Make Them Pay is heat. He's giving songs big up on the album. Says the conversation wasn't about Drake per se. It was more of the idea that hip hop is listening demo has wounded and changed since 1990 with the age of the culture and now hip hop hoppers being parents. Says we hadn't seen this before, but now we are. So he's saying there's some changes, and obviously it has been, right? Says, you mean King Ninth Wonder? I left act status in 2014. This has been a long-going conversation about age and accessibility in hip-hop, and actually I was defending Drake's reasoning as to why he has younger fans, as opposed to in the 1990s that wasn't the case. So yeah, I get it. It says, I have nothing to do with that man. All I know is that I talk about this a lot. I really don't care about Drake versus Kendrick. I care about hip-hop, period. A lot of people now only speak on folks they like or dislike. I speak on the culture. And that's what I feel like I try to do. I want to make sure I'm speaking on the culture as well. And then this last little part of this article, and we're going to wrap this up here. We're coming up on the hour mark. Says, boy, y'all see Drake or Kendrick's name and be ready to fight. And don't even read the rest of it. Ready to throw hands. Now playing Thank God Thoughts and Duckworth on repeat. Okay, so that was the thoughts of the Ninth Wonder. Said it's, the beef is bigger than Drake and Kendrick. It's about hip hop. So let's go and wrap things up here for tonight. I'm going to put myself back on the main screen. I've been on for right at the hour mark. I'm going to wrap things up here for tonight. This was a good stream. Appreciate for people coming through tonight, being active in the chat, and it really means a lot for the kid. But we're going to go wrap things up here tonight. Go ahead and smash that like button. Sub up to the channel if you're new, and if you haven't done so already. Of course, my name is Jeremy Jones, and what I normally do is make content about sneakers. Occasional Tron Halls, we have Music Monday as well. I'll be back live again on Wednesday with another Sold Out Live, another Sold Out podcast. Until then, smash the like button, sub up. Tonight, we covered pretty much the Ninth Wonder weighing in on the state of hip-hop. Not pretty much more so on Drake and Kendrick. Also, we kind of broke down all the kind of disses that we anticipated on Iceman. So it looks like a lot of people got a lot of shots here from Drake. And then also we covered Mr. Kodak Black. Pretty much he got locked up back to back for weeks, but he's out on bond, obviously. So hopefully things go good in his favor. And then also we talked Julio Foolio. The 4 people have been found guilty, convicted, and the jury has recommended that they get life in prison without parole. Whole life is alleged, by the way. I'm going to throw that out there. But anyway, man, let's wrap things up here. Appreciate that for everybody coming through. I'll see you guys again on Wednesday. Again, my name is Jeremy Jones. And yeah, man, I'm officially out this thing. Peace.
December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God, I don't know if I can remember. God, I don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God, I don't know if I can remember. God, I don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God, I don't know if I can remember. God, I don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God, I don't know if I can remember. God, I don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Open my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm all in now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Who brought my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who brought my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm all in now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Who brought my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember.